Welcome to ePathshala lecture series in computer science. The subject is software quality management. The title of today's talk is software quality gurus. In every education system there are some gurus. In Indian education system we mainly depend on gurus for teaching. The main reason for that is Mata, Pita, Guru, these three people guide us in a proper way. Therefore, in software quality enhancement also guru's advices are followed. Without using a guru, you can learn an activity, do an activity. For example, I learnt cycle by myself, but it was taking more time. On the other hand, when I learnt two-wheeler driving, I was using a guru. Within a day, I was able to learn it. Therefore, you do any type of learning, any type of work, if you use a guru, that guru's ideas are always helpful since they teach us with their experience. In software quality management also, there were some gurus, that gurus were telling ideas about giving freedom to people, giving importance to work, giving salary, good salary to software developers and so on. But the quality movement started in many countries. In every countries they wanted to give respect to human beings. Human beings are responsible for enhancing the quality. If we give more freedom, more love and affection to the people who are working in a software team, they will be very much interested and they will show more interest in the development. As a result of that, the quality can be improved. Now, the learning objectives are to introduce the role of quality gurus in software quality, to list the points quoted by quality gurus and to compare the opinions of different gurus like Deming, Juran and Grasby. First I start with Deming. Deming's 14 points starts with the constancy of purpose. In every language there will be a proverb that says that you have to work continuously. You have to have a goal in your life, set a goal. To achieve the goal, you have to work very continuously work till the time you achieve the goal. You have to travel across the world to gain experience. You have to drive again and again to get a good driving experience. Whatever work you are doing, if you do practice well, then you will be an expert. If you want to become an expert, you have to do thorough training, thorough testing, and that training and learning which you have done, you have to apply in the new work which you are undertaking. Therefore, constancy of purpose must be a continuous hard work. Next, it is a new philosophy, that is a management person. Suppose you are becoming a manager, whether it is a software company or any other company, you should have a philosophy how to manage the people, how to manage the product, how to do a scheduling, how to do a plan, like that. You must have a new philosophy. The philosophy adopted by you must be different from the philosophy adopted by your opponent. When you adopt a better philosophy, you will be the winner. Therefore, don't follow the rules and regulations of a company which is a competitor to you. You give more freedom to the people. You can enhance the working hours or reduce the working hours depending upon the interest. Don't force the people. Make the people to work and they must get involved in their work by themselves. That is only a new, it can be a new philosophy. Cease dependence on inspection. Don't inspect quite often. Going to the company, inspecting quite often and threatening the people is not going to give a good result. Good result will come if you go and work with the people, do the hard work along with the people. When you mingle with the people, suppose you are the company owner or company manager, you join with your subordinates, work with them so that they will also work. Suppose the company is starting at 8:30, go at 8 o'clock. When you go at 8 o'clock, your subordinates also will start coming at 8 o'clock. This is the way you can make the people to come correctly, go correctly, work correctly and so on. But don't try inspecting them on a sudden basis, and don't do inspection only, and you are visiting the company only for inspection means it is not a good practice. Next, end lowest tender contracts. When you purchase a product or person, don't go for a lowest contract. We are purchasing items, we are going for L1, that is the lowest quotation, but we have to see the technical specifications also. Suppose the technical specifications are matching with lower rate, we can go for that. Therefore, when you purchase people also, when you hire people, that is only very important. Quality gurus are not for lowest contract. They say that get quality people, don't get more people. If you recruit 5 people who are not with the quality, instead of that, even if you recruit 2 or 3 people who are hardworking, sincere, efficient and with good quality, they are more productive than 5 people. Now, improve every process. Don't focus only on some processes. You have to do improvement on every process. Then institute training on the job. In many software companies, they are expecting a person who is having a skill. Skill is not important, knowledge is important. What they think is, if a new software comes, if somebody learns that software, the person who knows that software will be recruited. He may not be having a knowledge to adapt to a new environment. Normally, a person who is having very good knowledge and he can develop skills on software development on any platform, any language, any database on his own, he is preferable. So, what you can do is, if a new software comes, instead of recruiting a person who knows the software, give on the job training to the person who is knowledgeable. When you give on the job training, within a month or sometimes if it is a easy software, within a week he will pick up and his work will be better in comparison with the person who learnt the software. Institute leadership. Some people will not allow the people, other subordinates to become leaders. You allow your subordinates to have leadership qualities. If they are leaders, they are able to solve very good problems. When they are able to solve problems, you can divide your work into sub problems, and the sub problems may be solved by your subordinates. You can integrate them. So, institute leadership, drive out fear. The subordinates or the company people should not be afraid of you. If you are a software developer, don't be afraid, be courageous. If you are courageous and you have confidence, definitely you will win and you can develop. Break down the barriers. In the life, everywhere barriers will be there. Nothing will go smoothly. But the person who break down the barriers is a successful person. Don't expect the bed of roses. When you go to the software company, there will be some groupism, some technical problems, some communication problem, like that so many problems will come. Even health problem, family problem, like that so many problems will come. Every human being is subjected to problems. If you are afraid of problems, then you cannot win. If you want to be a good developer, a good leader, you must be able to break down barriers, eliminate exhortations. If you are giving advice to all the people, some people will take it, many people will not take it. Therefore, give friendly suggestions, discuss with them. Don't say you don't do this, do like this. That way, if you are giving advice, people are not going to like you. The last 4 points are, he has given 14 points, we have discussed 10 points. Other 4 points are, eliminate target. According to Deming, don't give milestones. First work in 1 month, second work 2 months, like that. Don't put a target. First work you take time, second work you may be doing fast since you have experience, third work very fast. If you keep 1 month target, in the first 1 month, if you don't achieve the target, then you will be frustrated. Your subordinates will get more tension and job will be boring to them. Therefore, eliminate targets, permit pride of workmanship. Whatever work you are doing, in that work you must be very proud. Don't think that some work are higher in nature, some works are lower in nature. You can be a developer, you can be a tester, you can be an analyst, you can be a project manager. Whatever role you are playing, in your role you do a good job. If you are able to do a very good job in your role, whatever role you are taking, in that role also you can win. Encourage education. In many companies, they don't allow the people to get higher studies, higher education on the environment they are working. Even in colleges, if somebody is registering for PhD, in some colleges he is encouraged. In some colleges, the staff member is not allowed to carry out PhD work when he is working. They will break, they will go for a full-time PhD, then only they can come back to the college, like that. But whether it is a college or a company, the employees must be given a chance to acquire higher education and they must be educated continuously. Create top management structures. Don't keep a person in one post forever. Create top management structure means you have a hierarchy. Every 2 years or 3 years, depending upon the work carried out by persons, you promote them so that they will be getting interest in their work. Now let us come to the other quality guru, Juran. We have seen the first guru, Deming. Now the second guru is Juran. He says that build awareness of need and opportunity for improvement. What is the necessity you have to see? Necessity is the mother of invention and you have to see an opportunity for improvement. According to Juran, you must set goals. In the Deming, we have seen that don't put target, but here she says that goals must be put and the goals must be for improvement. For example, you can become so and so career wise, you can join as a assistant professor, associate professor, professor, dean, like that you can go if you are a teacher. Software developer, programmer, system analyst, software project manager, then first team leader, project manager, managing director, like that you can grow. In every team you must be able to grow. If you want to grow, you must have some goals. Within these days, this many projects. Within this many days, this many reports, this many publications. Like that you have to have some goal, achieve the goal within the time. Organize to reach the goals. You have to organize your work in such a way that you are reaching the goal in the planned time. Carry out, provide training. If you are giving training, you are increasing the knowledge. Suppose a person knows many things and not teaching that to others, he will forget it. A person who knows everything must teach to others. Similarly, you must get training. There must be a trainer, a set of people to attend the training. If that culture is there in the company, then everybody will be learning new things. Somebody may be good in database, somebody in software engineering, software development, somebody in testing, somebody in networking. The person who is interested in software engineering, he can give a lecture to the person who is interested in database, and the database person can give a training to software engineering person. Like that interdisciplinary training also we can give. Next, carry out projects to solve the problem. Don't do projects for the sake of doing projects. You have to solve the problems. Report progress. We are conducting reviews to see the progress, but if review is done periodically, for example after 1 month, if you finish a task before 1 month, you can go to that leader, you can tell him that we have done it and we are doing the next module. Give recognition for every work done by your subordinates and communicate the result. Communication is only very important. If you don't communicate, assume that you are planning to communicate only at the end of the project, people will think that your work is not progressing well. Therefore, you must have a good communication. Even if you go to the customer will like you if you are communicating better. So, communication is very important in software development. That is why the software development program is important, database is important, analysis document is important, design document is important, testing is important, testing document is important. Similar to all these things, communication is also important. Whatever work you are doing, you can communicate verbally as well as through documents and keep scoring. Whenever you do a work, for example, a teacher, we can see the citations in the research. Similarly, the credits earned by your students and what type of mark they are getting, what type of job they are getting. By seeing that, we can improve our skills. Whatever improvement is necessary or whatever changes are necessary, we can make. Similar to teachers, in software company also, first work when I was in software development, whatever thing I was doing in 6 months in the beginning, the same thing I was able to finish it in 15 days also. The reason is we are getting experience and we are getting a fast score. Maintain momentum by making annual improvement part of the regular process of company. That is, annual improvement means in the first year the target is something, second year target may be double of that, third year target may be more than that. Like that, target in terms of quantity of work, target in terms of money, target in terms of time. Like that, we have to have more targets. We have to maintain momentum means start slowly, increase the speed, continuously increase the speed. Finally, you finish the project with success and stop it. Up to that, improve the momentum. Take action to correct problems identified. Don't take action on the people. Take action on the errors which we are getting. Remove the errors, remove the faults, make the software to run, execute the software successfully, make a product. That is the action we have to do. Establish a committee for zero defects program. According to Krasby, it is a very difficult thing, but he says that zero defects day should be celebrated one day. Zero defects day will not be coming in any place. Whatever work we are doing, a small defect will be there. You are conducting a marriage, you are arranging a marriage, a small problem will be there. Similarly, you are building a house, a small problem will be there. Doing a software project, a small problem will be there. Conducting examination, some small problem will be there. But zero defects day celebration is very difficult, and he says that establish a committee for the zero defects program. Train supervision to actively carry out their role in quality improvement. There must be different type of people. Some people supervisor level, some people programmer level, some people top management. Like that you must have, but the people who are important are the supervisor level people. You need not bother about the top management much. Similarly, the people who are executing also important, but they must be guided properly by the supervisors. Therefore, you must have training to supervise. Hold a zero defects day for all employees to highlight the changes. They can highlight the changes made by them in their work, how they are succeeding, how they are establishing a software or a product without mistake, without any defect. That day will come and zero defects day will be celebrated. Normally, it is very difficult to celebrate a zero defects day. If you are getting 99% or 99.9% success, you can conduct a zero defects day. Encourage individuals to establish improvement goals. Next step is make it clear that management is committed to quality. Unless management support is there, then we cannot improve the quality. If you are working for a company, the company's management must appreciate you if you develop a quality product. Therefore, management commitment is very important. Form quality improvement teams with each department represented. You can have a team, development people will come, testing group should come, networking group should come, database group, web group, like that all the groups should come together, form a team. That team is discussing about quality improvement, and the quality improvement programs should be implemented in practical. Determine where current and potential problems lie. You can identify the problem when it is small. You can eliminate the problem when it is small. If you make it to grow, after it becomes very difficult, then it is not possible to eliminate that. You have to redo the work. Evaluate the cost of quality and explain its use as a tool. So, if you don't follow quality standards in the beginning, for example, you are building a house, you are making a diagram. In the diagram itself, if you are making changes and improving the quality, the cost of changing will be in rupees, 10 rupees, 20 rupees, like that it will be. If you build it, after that you are demolishing, changing it, it will be in crores of money. In the same way, in software also, at the requirements levels, if you are changing, the quality can be improved without much cost. On the other hand, if it is put into production, after that you are trying to improve the quality, its cost will be very high. Raise the quality awareness and the concern of all employees. It should not be focusing on few employees, it must be focusing on all employees. Encourage communication with the management and about obstacles to the improvement. If obstacles are there, the employees are afraid of the management, it will not be brought to the notice of the management. As a result of that, the obstacles will be remaining forever. If you want to remove the obstacles, you have to talk to the management. Recognize and appreciate participants. You must give appreciation to each and every one of the team members in a software project. If you give all the credit to the team leader, then the participants will not be happy. Therefore, every teamwork must be appreciated in a proper way by appreciating each and every member of the team, including the leader. Establish quality councils to aid communication. If you want to reduce the communication gap, then you must have a quality council. Do it all over again to show it never ends. That means you have to do it again whenever it is necessary. Now, we have seen the quality principles given by 3 gurus. Among the 3 gurus, Crosby is very much interested in quality. He wants to celebrate Zero Defects Day. Zero Defects Day should be celebrated in each and every company, whether it is software company or manufacturing company. When you take the example of a car manufacturing company, in every type of car, some defects may be there. If it is a two-wheeler manufacturing company, some defects will come. They will test it. The defect items with the defects will be eliminated before delivery, so that good products are delivered. But the items with the defects should be minimized. When you manufacture 1000 items, 1 or 2 items may be with the defects, and all the others must be without defect. In software also, kilo lines of code you are taking. For example, 50,000 lines of code you are writing. In that, in 1 line or 2 line defect is there, it will affect the entire software. You correct that 1 or 2 lines, so that the entire software's quality will be enhanced. You see the comparison between the works of quality standards of Deming, Juran and Crosby. First, management responsibility, first definition, they say uniformity and low cost. Juran is fitness of purpose, and Crosby conformance to requirements. Management responsibility, like that, if you see the metrics taken by all the gurus, almost they are similar. In that, management responsibility, the percentage is varying. For Deming, it is 94%. For Juran, responsible for 80% problems. Like that, you see the 3 approaches. From the 3 approaches, there are many commonalities and many differences. They talk about defects, prevention of defects, human aspects, and continuous improvement. The number of points are 14, 10 and 14 steps. Now process control, statistical process control, whether it must be used, Deming says it must be used, Juran case that it is used but with caution, and Grasby reject statistically acceptable level of quality, that is up to 5% level we can allow defects like that we say. In statistical test 1% level and 5% level hypothesis we will test. Suppose we want high quality 1% level, if it is average quality 5% level, we will do a statistical testing with a hypothesis, either we will accept the hypothesis or we will reject the hypothesis. The first two people are for the statistical process control, and for the Grasby he is not accepting that. Basis for improvement are continuous with respect to in Deming, but in Juran it is depending on goals. In Grasby it is not a process, it should be for a entire program, not for a simple process. Teamwork is compared for 3 people. Here Deming says that all decisions must be taken in consultation with the employees, and here with the groups, and here also quality councils. Cost of quality, continuous improvement, and here quality is not free, and according to Grasby quality is free. Purchasing, strong cooperation for Deming, Juran formal surveys, and for Grasby extension of business. Vendor rating is not applicable for Deming, it is applicable for other 2 people, and single source of supply yes for Deming, no for other 2. Like this there are 3 different gurus in our model. The 3 different gurus proposed different ideas for increasing the quality. It can be applied not only for software development but also for any process and for making any type of product. We have seen the role of gurus. Gurus are very important. They have experience, they have done a lot of work. Using the work which they have done, they have proposed the ideas. In this session we have taken 3 quality gurus and their opinions were seen, and they are very good for enhancing the quality. Grasby says that we have to celebrate a zero defects day. In all the people, humans are important for quality, and from the analysis of the 3 people's view, I conclude that working environment is an important factor for enhancing quality in software development, and it is applicable for other works, other type of works also. Thank you.